Life is not fair. Bad things happen all the time. And sometimes even the last thing we have is taken from us, which is hope.
At times, it feels like the world is pushing us to the edge, as if we'd been set up for failure, as if the deck was stacked against us from the very beginning. And there are moments when we're left wondering why we even try, when the odds seem impossible and the weight of our burden seems unbearable. But here's the thing, we have a choice. We can choose to become victims of our circumstances, to let the weight crush us and hide behind the false security of surrender, which in times of struggle appears to us as if it was an old friend embracing us with open arms. It's almost as if we were to come home after a long, dark journey. The thing is that there's nothing waiting for us but the memory of our endeavors and what could have been, and how we decided at a certain point to just let it rest and put our visions, dreams, and ideas of reality to the grave long before they've seen their day. It's not easy. You need courage and endurance. It takes a kind of raging dedication and a determination to continue forward when every step feels like it could be your last. To keep moving when everything inside you says stop, rest, escape. It takes the willingness to face the odds squarely, knowing full well that the path you walk will never be without struggle. Giving up seems easy at first. It's tempting. It offers the false comfort of certainty, of security, of hiding in the shadows where nothing can hurt you anymore. But it doesn't lead anywhere. It doesn't lead to growth, or fulfillment, or purpose. Instead, it delivers stagnation and regret. In time, it'll feel like a life that never really began. The easy way becomes a prison. When you choose to fight, when you choose to rise and endure the struggles life throws at you, something happens. Your success, no matter how small it seems at first, becomes a wildfire that ignites something in those around you. They see the fire you have kindled and feel its warmth. They see you standing in defiance, and they remember that they can stand too. Your struggle becomes their hope. Your victory becomes their inspiration. Because despite all odds, you made it. And in the dark moments of doubt, they remember, if you can rise from the ashes, so can they. You are never climbing the mountain only for yourself, but for others as well. Your resilience will become a beacon of light for others to follow, a guide for those who feel utterly defeated, just like you have felt. And maybe you even feel the strike of defeat right now in this very moment. Like the weight of the world is just too much to carry on, and the task in front of you is impossible to fulfill, at least for you, even though that assumption lacks any evidence. Moving past challenges is like trying to break through a brick wall. At first, the wall seems impenetrable. But with persistence, effort, and the right tools, you eventually break through and find freedom on the other side. Don't stop in front of a wall. You may dwell there for a while, and then you will find your way. Today's superficial world can be an overwhelming enemy. It works like a distraction, and you can easily get lost in it. You must find yourself, and then continue by embracing the infinity that is your potential. And once you've found your true self and put your potential to good use, I guarantee you, there will be no wall high enough to stop you. For you cannot be stopped unless you give up. You can picture yourself as if you were an archer in a storm, trying to find the perfect path for your arrow to hit the target. The heavier the storm, the more you need to adjust and calculate the course. With much practice, knowledge, and experience, the path you've chosen will lead the arrow to its target, even though its course may not be as simple as a straight line between point A and point B. Being broken isn't something that happens to you. It is something you allow to happen after you put your strength to the test for too long. Not everything that happens to you is your fault, but what you decide to do with the outcome is. May you never be broken again.
Never again.
In this world, there's an endless amount of realities and therefore possibilities. Your task is to find the ones you want to experience. And every hardship you face gets you closer to it. It's hard to see this in the moment of suffering, because we want this pain to end. But it really is this suffering that makes us appreciate life in the first place. It means leaving the reality you're accustomed to and finding a new one. When you've suffered enough and you feel like you've been utterly destroyed, you'll begin to see the world in a different light, and you will be able to witness and appreciate the good in it rather than the bad. This does not mean to close your eyes in front of suffering, injustice, and destruction. It means not accepting more than you have to. And when you want to become a part of the good in this world, the presence of the bad will no longer be able to tarnish your radiance. Because you banished it from your heart, you're not longer infested, you're fighting it. Just as the state of the world is not your fault, the cards you've been given were not by choice. But it is your fault to decide to do nothing about it, and it is your choice to refuse playing with the cards that you've got. So, play your hand. The only thing that matters is your willingness to act. here and now. One step at a time.
You got this.